Hi everyone, this is Salvi with your VTuber news today. Before we get into the news, please hit the subscribe, like, and maybe even hit the bell notification icon, and let's get into the first story that we have today. Dokugai Chinami shows off her 3D model. Now, who is Dokugai Chinami? Because if you're like me, you forget about these things a lot because there's just so much information running around there. Dokugai Chinami is an independent female Japanese VTuber in Japan, of course. It is fully Japanese speaking, no English speaking here. She did her debut stream in 2023, and the person who she was before was Gundo Mirei, who got fired from Nijisanji, terminated because of a baseball joke. You think I'm joking with that, but no. She made a baseball joke about, hey, can't the pitcher just throw the ball at the batter and get him out that way? It was something that an uneducated person, not knowing anything about baseball, will say. But remember, Japan has a huge baseball, like they love baseball. And another thing, the specific one that she was doing it with, that she was doing it on, the specific stream, was a sponsored stream for Japanese baseball. So because it was a Japanese baseball sponsored stream, it did look very bad for her. But let's go on more to the fun stuff and not necessarily to this past. She's messing around in VRC. She's just messing around. Trying to figure stuff out. She's trying to figure stuff out. She'll figure it out eventually, people. She's learning to walk. She's learning to walk. Oh, and that's her mascot. That is her mascot.
てか思ったけどこの左下の私の顔のクオリティめっちゃ高くないか？良くないかこれ？そうなんですよ。
And she played mahjong. She played mahjong with that, but she had a lot of fun here. This is more. Because she was showing pansu. She was showing no pan. Pan. She was showing that. That's what she was freaking out about. But yeah, she spent the rest of the time playing mahjong, playing, which, you know, I can't for the life of me figure out how to play. So congratulations to her for being able to have lots of fun, a new model, new 3D model, and having fun with that, figuring out how to walk with it. We all know people like Doobie and others know really well how to do it. But if it's the first time getting a 3D model like this, an actual trackable 3D model, that is a big deal. Sora the Troll is a YouTube channel who speaks about a lot of things in regards to Japanese culture, Japanese rules, etc., and does it in a fun way, as Sora the Troll, the name kind of shows. They recently did something about the Japanese VTuber agency's dumb work rules in 14 minutes. I'm not going to go over all of them, like the full 14 minutes, but I'll show you pretty much a couple of them. Number one, there's a character usage fee. It does depend on an agency, but you'll have to buy the rights if you want to keep using the character after graduating. We have seen this a lot with agencies that have recently passed, you know, EIEN, other ones. Sometimes the agencies, if they go defunct, they will just give it to you. But if the agency's continuing and you are leaving, or you're graduating for whatever reason, they will say, okay, you can get it, but you know there's a usage fee. For example, one big one, Rin Penrose from Idol EIEN. Rin Penrose from Idol EIEN decided to go independent and keep their Rin Penrose because that's what people know them as. So what they did is instead of paying the fee outright in front of you, what they did is that they paid it in installments pretty much. For a year, they're going to have revenue share with Brave Group / Idol EIEN in order to pay off the character fee. You know, any other fees that are involved in that, their whole character in and of itself. It can be a pretty hefty price, like I think for Rin Penrose, just my assumption here, because of the fame and everything like that. Minimum 10K, maybe more in there, in, you know, US dollars wise, because of everything that they put in there, all the work that's been put in, all the different outfits, all that kind of stuff. They could be 10K or more. If you've seen some VTubers, independent VTubers sell their stuff, it's like 4K or more for them. But a big agency, probably 10K or more. You have, that's the main one. VTubers go through something frustrating as soon as the stream ends. It was the viewers, blah, blah, blah. Traditionally, idols aren't allowed to date. Yes, traditionally, idols are not allowed to date. They aren't, so that's another thing. Banning relationships and contracts, especially for Japanese VTubers, it seems like a lot more, especially for ones that are like, you know, women in general, because of the idol culture. You will have these situations. Seeming that the fans comfort me. You have super chats and things like that. You can't be saying these words here. Can't be going, you know, be saying things that are too against others. You also have another big rule where you have getting less than 50% of the super chats. Is YouTube will take, especially if you are outside of the US, they will take 30% from your super chats for a lot of people. For agencies outside of the US, they'll do that. Take 30% of their super chats, and I think for people in general, they'll do that. And then after that, you end up getting anywhere from 20 to 50% taken away by your agency. And that is another big thing that does happen. Whether it be sponsors, merch, memberships, anything like that, they will take, in the case of Nijisanji, 97 to 99%. In the case of hololive, 50% or more. You all these things will happen. Agencies will take all the money from sponsors, depending on the agency. Some of them will take, you know, give you a certain cut from that as kind of like a stipend, as kind of like a royalty, or whatever it is. Some will, I think hololive gives you a certain percentage back, or at the very least, even if they don't, hololive does give a basic salary. So no matter what, you get a base salary from hololive. It's one of the few agencies that does this, of the large agencies. Nijisanji doesn't. But a lot of VTubers will lose all of it, but it does depend on the agency, as he says here. Some of them get 50% cut, as I believe hololive does for that. But Nijisanji and others, from what we've heard and what we've seen, they take 100% of everything. So they'll not only charge you, as we've seen with Nijisanji, for having your VTuber model. They charge you for the VTuber model period in just stipends or whatever they take from you. They take 50%, and Nijisanji will take nearly all of your income, probably like 97 to 99% of your income from sponsors and merch and things like that. So there is the fifth one here, not getting any merch revenue, and that is talking about Nijisanji specifically here, as it is the big Japanese agency knowing that there is no merch revenue given to them. And of course, number 6, you are also forbidden from talking about the reason for quitting. A lot of agencies do that. From what I have seen, hololive is not one of those, because hololive lets them come out. Whenever they've come out, they've said it's disagreements with management of the direction of where they want to go. Like I believe Fauna mentioned something like that. Then there was, health reasons, which is one of the reasons Chloe mentioned. Other people have mentioned when they leave. Other people have mentioned the reason why they have left, when they have decided to graduate. Sana, when she graduated, she mentioned it was for health reasons, mentioned that she loves streaming, but at that point in time, she had health reasons. So hololive seems to be a little bit more open into what is allowed. And there have been some Nijisanji members, for example, Victoria Brightshield, who just didn't give a damn because she was leaving. She was like, what can they do? Fire me? So she went and said what she needed to say. A lot of Japanese corporations do not allow you to do that. They can just be like, sorry, I'm graduating. This is going to be my day that I'm going to be graduating. I'm going to miss each and every one of you. And it's up to them to decide to let you know. So it's a bit of a long one. I do apologize for that, but I did want to cover my knowledge on a lot of these things, on, basically, since sort of put that out there. Get an idea of, all this stuff. And yes, from what I've seen, with the examples I've shown, it does seem to be true. Aka Virtual, which has not only adopted, but also had a lot of other very successful people, including On Shannon, who used to be from Nijisanji ID, now has a reveal for Sendaiva, their new generation. Who is going to be involved in it? It's going to be Ravian, who already has 11.2k subscribers, Quiver, 3.29k subscribers, and of course, Nyes. I'm assuming it's Nyes, because NJ, you don't go in Jess, I think it's usually Nyes. They are all adopted into this organization here, which is here, showing them all, of course, giving them what they deserve, which is a nice little intro of everything. And of course, for those who don't know, Aka Virtual has a very strong showing in Indonesia, if I'm mistaken. It's primarily Indonesia. I believe they have other branches as well, but the ones that get known a lot more are their Indonesian branch. They do a really good job there. And of course, you can see all 3 of them having their time in the sun, time to shine. I do think they're going to be very successful, honestly, because Aqua Virtual has done a very good job of helping people gain success in their region. And I'm hoping the trio will get more exposure upon being adopted at Aqua Virtual. And of course, right here, they have Ravian, Quiver, and Yessie, I'm guessing the same is. I'm bad at pronouncing names, so I apologize. But say I didn't expect Ravian to be a part of this as well. Apparently, she's had some tough times that she's went through in the past. And I'm glad that they are getting adopted into this agency, and I'm glad that they are getting the new life that they deserve. I'm here with Panko and Fishman as well. Fishman is stingy for the talents. Meanwhile,
very nice thumbnail. Thank you, Sakana. Thank you. I know. Is that because I look so pretty in it?
Meanwhile.
Oh my God,
Sakana. Why did Sakana give 100 Canadian dollars to Mint? Well, still, it's awesome. But Sakana gave 100 Canadian dollars. Why heal? In this one, it looks like it's an old school. Yeah, that looks like old school. Either. Oh no, that's the one. That's the freaking one where you speak on a mic for the person to do stuff. Oh, I hated that one. I played it myself and I hated it. It was horrible. But yeah, he'd been doing that. I'm sure y'all just get the joke, but making sure it isn't serious. Check out the full clip below. I didn't mean to earn more CEO Face Connect through the super chat than from Yacht Owner. But yeah, you know, it's basically, he always does this. He always sends that kind of stuff. That's why it's more of a meme time stuff here. He always sends that kind of stuff. It's kind of fun. Yes, yes, the name of the game is Lifeline, and it is bad. It is bad. It is just, if you want to really know the name of the game, Lifeline, you can play it on an emulator, but it's just bad. It has very bad voice recognition. Oh my goodness. I recommend you not play it unless you want to get frustrated. Ferumi Kaipa is a pre-debut bug and spacey troublemaker. She's not new to the game. She was here as Zumi Dokumi before EIEN closed. She was a part of EIEN project. EIEN project closed. There was some stuff that went on, and they closed up. So here we go. It says, I've been thinking a lot, and now I fully understand why pre-debut VTubers take months to focus purely on debut prep. When my company disbanded, I immediately jumped back into streaming without giving myself any real time to work on my pre-debut properly. I tried to commit to a full-time streaming schedule while also handling the behind-the-scenes work myself. And it's been a lot. The stress of trying to do both has really taken a toll on me, and I've been struggling with burnout and depression because of it. I've been so hard on myself, feeling like I'm letting people down if I don't show up enough, but in reality, I lost sight of why I started this in the first place. So I'm going to take a step back and fully embrace the pre-debut mindset. I'll still stream here and then, maybe some casual work Zatsu streams, but I need to focus on preparing for my debut. So this is pretty much, she's stepping back from actual creating stuff. Maybe occasionally she'll stream here and there, but she won't do anything crazy. She won't do anything out there. She won't do anything that will make it so that, you know, she has to put a ton of effort into it. I mean, she's already puts a ton of effort into her whole pre-debut thing, of course, but she doesn't want to diminish the quality of streams, diminish the quality of things that are going on because she is, you know, doing her pre-debut. That is perfectly fine. I absolutely support her. Said not graduating, just, you know, taking a step back. Blazebug, who is also in the EIEN, says we both burned ourselves out trying to combat our own fears, but we got this. And then, of course, Chow says, you never did. You mean you never debuted this whole time? Yeah, some people didn't debut, but she's going to be debuting soon. Just giving you guys a bit of an update on that. Suika, who is a live2d artist and rigger, has, you know, customizable models, as you can see here. You can customize them any way you want. They are, you know, a rigger that's out there, and they have some stuff that's been happening recently. I feel the need to address this. The reason why there's no people of color POC hairstyles on the model on release. Just couldn't draw them to a certain level of quality that was passable for release. Before release, I didn't have the funds to commission someone else to do it for me. Plus, I have the funds now, and I'm in talks with artists already. I hear you. I'm trying. Now the reason why I'm not good at drawing people the hair color, my entire past few years were just commissions. Most of it being rigging only. I barely drew, if at all. If I drew, it's for commissions. I don't get commissioned to draw people of colors, characters. I draw for myself once in a blue moon. My OC doesn't have POC hair. So I have absolutely zero experience. This is not, here's the thing. Here's what ticks me off. And I'm just going to go off the script a little bit. I don't even have a script, but I'm going to go off script like I usually do. I hate it. I'm a person of color. I hate it when people try to be like, oh, you don't like drawing people of color or whatever, which I'm guessing is what happened here. Somebody decided to go ape-s over them because they didn't want to draw a person of color, didn't have person of color, whatever. If they didn't and they were just worried, that's different. But a lot of people end up going way too crazy. I'm not one of those. I'm like, oh, you can't draw it? Well, then I'll find someone else who can. That's all you do. Not every artist is going to know every single style that you want drawn. She doesn't have to take time to study it if that has never popped up. If you are just doing straight-haired color, you don't have to just, you know, suddenly go for people that color hair if you never, ever get commissions for it. You don't have to do this. This is what pisses me off. You don't go and tell someone to do this to get the people to color hair if that's not their style. I'm not going to go to an artist and ask them to do something when it's not their style. So this is where I'm gonna go a little bit overboard. Study anything when things happen, delay work. You're too busy grinding hard to meet the deadlines. There's not much time to try new things. You stick to your usual routine. I talked about this other riggers last year. Like I said, it was stuck in a rut for a long time. Here's what they said. I feel that. They all can relate to that, which I can absolutely relate to, being in a rut. I'm not even an artist, and I've been in ruts before. Never did I think or say I was too uncomfortable to draw people a hair color. Never did I think or say I wouldn't draw POC hair. I'm just not good at it yet. I need time to study art more in general. Anatomy too. I have it now after the success of the model. My life won't be full of commissions, of course, for a while. However, not able to start my art study journey quite yet. Busy doing bug fixing and huge amounts of tech support for the model currently, so I'm asking someone else to draw the hair. If you want me to draw it, then I wouldn't be able to release people of color hair until way later in the year. I don't want to make you guys wait that long. Please cut me some slack. I'm trying to give people what they want. The reason why I blocked some people is because they were being hostile towards me and spun my words to paint me in a bad picture. That is what pisses me off. She doesn't know how to draw people of color's hair. Does that mean she's racist? Does that mean she doesn't like people of color? Hell no. And you're an idiot for thinking that. If you ever think of that, just leave the internet, please. You cannot hold that against me. That's all I have to say on the matter. Thank you for reading. I'm so sorry you're dealing with negativity about something you've poured your hours into. While inclusivity is important, and I have also run into artists who can't do specific things, folks need to understand your desire for quality over quantity, and you wanted to make sure you'd have more than when you would learn. Thanks for taking the time to put something positive and accessible into this space. I mean, she's done the wonderful thing of making a modifiable, you know, customizable model out there. If you want to add POC hair color, your hairstyle, your hair, everything, find someone who can add to that and customize that for you. Don't go and bitch at Suika because she has actually done something to benefit the community, but oh, you got your fifis hurt. For whatever dumb reason, you got your fifis hurt. Doesn't mean she's racist, doesn't mean she doesn't like people of color. You're just an idiot. I'm sorry, I have to say it. You're just an idiot if you think she is. You're an idiot. So just leave the internet, please. Other than that, I hope that she has a lot of success for a customizable model, and I hope that she enjoys herself a lot. And I hope that, of course, she gets all the paying it forward that she deserves for having this kind of thing for the community. Welcome back, everybody, to the Vtuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between, because I like pushing people up, not tearing each other down, as it should be in the VTuber community. Today we're talking about Tanorama, who is right here, semi-new to streaming, play a bunch of random games, really hard for me to stick with a single game for a long time. Kind of the same way, except recently I've had the whole Marvel Rivals thing. I got into Gold 3, so I'm happy about that. Let's see this.
You went into my room?
He just outright.
He did.
He just outright admit, yeah, I kinda did. I broke into your house, and then I broke into your room. I sure did. Yes.
I know I should.
He's like, yeah, Ed, what you gonna do about it?
Cloud! Asshole!
Yeah, you kinda had it coming, Cloud. That's kinda on you.
Yeah, but you still like him. You still like him for some reason, for whatever reason. And here we go with their YouTube side, which right now has some videos and some shorts. The videos are little clips from their streams, and of course shorts more directed to, you know, whatever they wanted to do, like Marvel Rivals with friends, that type of thing. So of course, thank you so much, Tanorama, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel, and I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.